guys, what's up? This is Mustang Spook Guy as well. Back to Forza Motorsport 6 with another investigation. 4th of July is coming up, so I thought to do the American Manufacturers Showdown, featuring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 American manufacturers: Chevy with their Z06, Dodge with their Viper SRT 10 ACR, Ford with their GT, Celine with their S7, and SRT with their Viper GTS or R, whatever this one is. I wanted to make it the newest one, the ACR, I think is the one. Yeah, the ACR. So I have the new one, and yeah, I just put the downforce on, some better brakes, and that's it. That's all I did to it. So make the the ACR, and I also have a bit of a wild card in the Porsche 911 Turbo S. They're all in S-Class, but the only thing is the 911 is all-wheel drive. However, it has much less horsepower than pretty much all of these cars. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. First vehicle I brought out was the SRT Viper ACR, the newest one. And it was very good. It was very composed around the circuit. Fast, 140 plus down the straightaway. Great through the corners. The downforce really helped with the corners. The real life one, it puts over a ton of downforce, which is a lot of pounds. I think they put over 2,000 pounds of downforce with just the aero alone. It's a seriously high-tech machine. And it pays off, as it did a lap time of 105.201 around Lime Rock, which we're racing this at, because it has straightaways for the muscle cars, and, well, sorry, for the American cars. They're not muscle cars, really, they're more supercars. And also, it has very short corners to test them and give that Porsche a little bit of an edge. Yeah, I did run wide a little bit over there. And the Dodge Viper SRT GTS does a 105.201 around this circuit. My next vehicle that I had is the Corvette Z06, and before I get into that, it's a very good car. I love the look of it, by the way. But the reason I include the Porsche in there was because any car that beats the Porsche's lap time would gain an extra point. Any car that lost it would not get a bonus point. Any car that beat it would gain a bonus point. Same thing for the next challenge that I would have. On the Z06, sorry. Very, very good car. Sounds amazing. I love the sound. Looks amazing. Sounds amazing. It has a little less straight line speed than the Viper. It's not as fast. However, it is very, very good through the corners. Again, not as good through the corners. Not as composed, in my opinion, as the Viper, but still a very, very close contender for the Viper. As it did a time of 104.69. I think it did have better acceleration. It had much better acceleration. But yeah, a 104.69 for the Corvette Z06. Now, I did the new Viper ACR. Now it's time to do the old one. And let's just say, I was quite impressed with the old one, considering it did a time of 103.785, making it 2 seconds faster than the newer version, and 3/10 of a second faster than the Corvette Z06. And this is from 2010. They were both from 2016 era. That's really impressive. It was fantastic through the corners. Decent straight line speed, was not the fastest. Fantastic acceleration. It was absolutely amazing through the corners. It just says, no, I'm going to turn. I am saying, screw you all, and American cars can't turn. Just look at this. This is amazing. But yeah, a 103.785 for the incredible Dodge Viper SRT 10 ACR. Now, I knew this car would be mighty impressive, like the Ford GT, which I did paint. I did put that stripe on it, because I They didn't have the stripe, and I wanted that stripe, so I put that stripe on there, and I think it turned out very well. So, but I was expecting this to be like 102, 103, because it was the best supercar that we found out to be. Better than the 458 Special. Not by much, but still it was still better than it. And it was so close to being, I honestly thought, when I was racing this around, I thought it was going to be the first sub-minute car. And good gosh, did it get close. A 1 minute, .697. It was 6/10, almost 7/10 of a second off of being below the 1 minute mark. Yeah, it was a fantastic vehicle. Looks amazing, sounds amazing. And there's a reason it won the 24 Hours of Le Mans, okay? I'm just pointing that out. But a 1 minute flat, a 1 minute .697 for the amazing Ford GT. The Porsche 911, as you would expect, was a pretty darn good car. Very darn good car, actually. As it did a time of 104.515. Which means the SRT Viper, GT, the new Viper, would not get any bonus points because it beat the Viper. Yes. The brand new Viper did not beat the 2014 911 Turbo. Although this car was a mighty good car. Mighty good. Other than the fact that it looks amazing, it has all-wheel drive, which is really helpful around these corners. So its acceleration is great. Its straight-line speed is faster than some of the vehicles. It goes 143 down the straightaway. Probably because it's much more aerodynamic and light. So, yeah, a 104.515 for the pretty darn good Porsche 911 Turbo S. Now, my first vehicle was the 0 to 100 to 0 challenge. My first vehicle, the Porsche 911 Turbo, because all-wheel drive was my benchmark. Set a pretty darn good run, I think anyway, of 11 seconds, 11.51 seconds. So yeah, very impressive time for the 911. The all-wheel drive really does help. And then slam on the brakes. Try not to completely lock it up and then get it all nice and controlled. Now, the Z06 did not fill me with a lot of confidence going up to this line. Because it had a lot of wheel spin heading into this back line that I used. And it didn't do very well. It did a 12.818. It just had too much wheel spin and it shifted at the exact wrong moment. It was at 98 miles an hour and then it shifted up, so it slowed down and then it had to speed up again. So that was a real challenge for it. Now the Dodge was not filling me with a lot of confidence as it does a smoke screen in order to start backing up, and then it went back up again. So it does another smoke screen. Yeah, it was not filling me with a lot of confidence here. And that confidence lack of confidence I should say, was shown as a day miserable 13.8 seconds 0 to 100 to 0 challenge. Which is kind of disappointing because the Viper has been renowned for their braking abilities. The new Viper was to go next. I had high hopes for it because the 0 to 100 to 0, the 100 to 0 of the motor trend testing they did found this thing stopped in 87 feet. Their fastest they've ever had. And it still couldn't compare to the Porsche at all. Was a 12.16. 0.2 faster than it is an almighty stop, but the acceleration is kind of lacking because of rear-wheel drive. Now the GT also had a smoke screen and a half, and yeah, I was kind of concerned about it just because none of the other rear-wheel drive cars were able to do it. And then it said, "Don't worry," as it did a 0 to 100 to 0. In 10.45 seconds. I'm not frozen, I thought you were frozen. It was stupid fast, accelerating 6 seconds to accelerate, 4 seconds to stop. mighty fast car, absolutely mega run. Now the Celine S7 was a rear-wheel drive, supercharged, essentially hypercar. And the turbocharged, the twin-turbo version with 1,000 horsepower, was the world's fastest car for a while, so I was expecting this to do pretty darn well. And it did it pretty darn well. With 11.44, not the fastest, still held by the bonkers GT, but it beat the Porsche by 1/10 of a second, exactly. So, the second vehicle to beat the Porsche. And we have our winner, the Ford GT, is our victor with 14 points, considering it won everything, which means not only did it get 2 bonus points, so it would have had 12 points if it didn't get both bonus points. Second place, we have the Celine with 12 points, again, 2 bonus points, came in second every time. Third place, fourth place, and fifth place was originally a tie. And in order to settle said tie, because the Z06, GTS, and SRT10 all had 6 points, and I had to go down to the price to see how much they were. The Z06 took third place, as it was only 100,000, so it got an extra 3 points for that, so it had 9 points. Fourth place was the SRT10 ACR with 8 points, because it was 110,000. Add that to its 6 points. So it got 2 points. Fifth place, our last place, was the SRT Viper ACR with 7 points because it got 6 points, and then it got 1 point for being 115,000 with the upgrade with the better brakes to match the actual performance of the real car, and the wing and the downforce of the wing and the splitter, like the real car. So that added 15 grand to the car. So yeah, the GT is a worthy victor of this challenge, which proves that, but all these vehicles prove that Americans could go fast in a straight line, and that Americans could actually turn, considering 4 out of the 5 vehicles actually beat the Porsche. So, all those people saying American cars can't turn, look at this video for proof that you are wrong. But anyway, guys, that is it for this episode of Forza Motorsport 6. I'll be back with more.